Hi everyone, thank you for joining our March Brokers Business Accelerator. Today we have our Temecula broker Mary Jane Morris, we have our San Diego broker Tom Bullock, our Los Angeles broker Omar Helmand, and we also have Shelley Hoyseth, Senior Loan Officer with our preferred lender Movement Mortgage, and our two featured agents for the month, Mike and Brenda Brisson. So this is going to be a great session. And of course, before we begin, I always want to say how happy we are to now offer a ton of great free marketing tools to all of our agents. And again, these are available now in the AJI University. Our goal is to always give back to our agents by offering the newest tools and technology to you. None of this would be possible without you and your amazing amount of agent referrals to AJI. As Allison James continues to grow, with agents referring other agents to our brokerage, we will be able to provide more of these tools to you. And remember, you can earn a monthly or yearly residual payment simply by having an agent join us. All you need to do is contact Jeff Jabora or Alicia Aratari in our National Growth and Development Department and provide them with the contact information of the agent who you would like to refer over. And with that being said, I am going to now go ahead and pass it over to Shelley Hoyseth. Good morning, Shelley.
Good morning. Hello, everyone. I'm going to be pretty brief this morning. I just want to say thank you so much for your support, the support of the agents, and with Allison James. It's been very successful. I'm really enjoying working with the agents and your clients. I think we've had some great responses and early closings, and all that's going great. And that said, I wanted to let you know that you may be hearing or seeing the name Neil Lucas a little bit. He is a loan officer that's coming on as a licensed loan officer assistant that will be working with me specifically and kind of be a little bit of an extended arm of me. He is up in the Marietta, Riverside County area, so for some of the agents up there that are in that area, he can help out and be a little close by. But I just want to let you know that if you see his name, that he is a representative of me, and let you know that as well. Two other exciting program things that I just wanted to throw out there. We do have an in-house jumbo product that allows for 10% down payment with or without mortgage insurance. So that's a pretty exciting program for people that are in those jumbo price ranges. And the other exciting program update is the 5% down high balance loan. So what that is for the counties that have a high balance. I know Riverside and some of the counties that have a little bit lower loan limits, they don't necessarily have a high balance loan amount, and what that is for loans that are between the conforming limit of 417 and a jumbo, which in San Diego County is $580,750. Los Angeles County, that's $625,500. I know in the Bay Area it's even higher than that. So what that means is up to those max, let's just use LA County for example, of $625,500, a client only needs 5% down payment, and that's considered a conforming high balance. So the rates are still great, and that really helps a lot of people as these prices have been increasing in California. So that's all I wanted to let you know. Just give you a little tidbit on that. You can call, email, text me anytime if you want to talk more about some of these loan programs and just run scenarios by me. Okay, I am going to pass it off to our broker in Riverside, Mary Jane. Do we have Mary Jane?
Mary Jane, I believe you're muted.
Yes, I am. Good morning, everybody. This
Hello.
is Mary Jane from Riverside County. I am speaking to you from my desk in my home office where Temecula it's 70 degrees, a little brisk this morning. I wanted to say thank you to Shelley for her input this morning, and I'm always so impressed with Shelley and Movement Mortgage, and you should definitely give them a try. This morning, Jeff Green cannot join us due to a personal matter, so I'm going to be your moderator. We're going to go first to Tom Bullock out of San Diego, our new broker. I've asked Tom to tell you a little bit about himself and also take care of our legal tip for the day. Tom?
Thank you, Mary Jane. I guess I am the new kid on the block as of right now. And a little bit about my history. I've been in real estate now for 30 plus years. I have sales experience throughout Southern California. I've sold up in the Hollywood Hills area of Los Angeles, the city of Orange, and Corona del Mar in Orange County. But primarily my experience has been here in San Diego County. I moved to San Diego in the late 70s. I got my real estate license. I've been a broker since '86. And so through my production years, as I said, mostly was right here in San Diego. And all of my management experience has been here in San Diego as well. So I'm totally familiar with San Diego, and I'm thrilled to be a part of Allison James and thrilled to be a part of the San Diego group. A little bit about my history before. I spent over 5 years in the United States Air Force, where I had the pleasure of being in the Presidential Honor Guard. So I was stationed at the White House from June of 1967 through October of 1971. So that was a historic time in our history, American history, and I was thrilled to be a part of that. So right now I joined Allison James in February, and I'm just kind of getting my feet on the ground as far as the systems and procedures. But I do handle a monthly and a weekly training session at the corporate office in Carlsbad, and I'm looking forward to building that and getting more and more of our agents involved in that. So with that, I think that's a good presentation and introduction to myself. Mary Jane also asked me to kind of give a tip of the day or an alert as to what I see going on and information that would be helpful to our agents to pass on to their clients. Currently, unfortunately, hackers have gotten into our real estate business. So what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing from both title companies as well as escrow companies, my friends and connections with that, is that our clients really need to be focused on preserving and keeping safe their identity. There have been a few cases reported where after an escrow, after a client gets into escrow and they start receiving the information from the escrow companies, from the title companies, as well as the agents involved, that they get somewhat confused as to who's what. And when asked about providing sensitive private information, they somewhat, unfortunately, do that readily. And there have been a few cases reported where they have received misinformation regarding where to wire and transfer funds into accounts, thinking they're doing it to either title or escrow. They end up actually sending money to the hackers. So there really needs to be a focus on safety and privacy. And as agents, I feel it's in everybody's best interest, particularly with our fiduciary responsibilities, to make sure our clients are aware that this is a possibility, so that if any different or strange type information comes their way, to have them contact our agents just to verify the validity of that information. And of course, social security numbers, any private information of that type should never be just sent over the email type of method of communicating. That should be handled direct between the client themselves as well as escrow or title. So having said that, I think just a word of caution to everyone to alert your clients that this unfortunately is a possibility, and it would be in everybody's best interest to just keep a heads up and as always in all communications, make sure it's clear. Thank you, Mary Jane. I appreciate the time.
My pleasure, and we're so happy to have you, and your resume is impressive, and I'm looking forward to many happy years working side by side with you. I am going to move on to our featured agents of the day. I am so impressed by this team. They are hardworking, they are smart, They are good-hearted, and they are the kind of agents we all want to be. We are so proud today to have Mike and Brenda Brisson with Allison James Elite with us today. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, we're so happy you could join us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, and hello to all the hardworking agents out there.
Besides all the things we're going to talk about today, Mike and Brenda have doubled their production in the last couple of years, and they do it with a smile and with kindness. And I was so excited to interview them today. Just to get the foundation out of the way, how long have you guys been in real estate?
We've actually only been in real estate for 6 years. And we come from a ministry background. We both worked at a church full-time for the 20 years prior to that. So it was quite a change for us.
And how did real estate, how did it come to your attention?
Well, we had a good friend that was a realtor, and our kids were getting to the age where we needed to buy them a used car to drive. They were teenagers, and we wanted to be able to help them with college. And as fulfilling as ministry is, it's not very lucrative. So we both got our license thinking that we would maybe just do it part-time, but it took off for us, and that's how we ended up in it full-time.
And we are so lucky to have your style and kindness in our company. How long have you been with Allison James?
We've been with Allison James for about 3.5 years, and we love it.
You want to talk a little bit about how you chose AJ?
Yes, absolutely. Probably the biggest incentive was the 100% commission, because you really can't beat that. We had sat down and did some math our last year that we were with our other broker, and if we had been with Allison James, we would have had $40,000 additional dollars in our pocket. And at that time, as we still do, we had 2 kids in college, and we thought, well, that's a year of tuition. We need to switch. And we really wanted more freedom. We wanted to be able to work at home and not be forced to attend office meetings and take up our time with that. And we love the independence and love the freedom to work from our home.
Yes, I think we all feel that way. Today, one of the things that I'm assigned to talk to you about are new techniques, and after we did our pre-interview, I was so excited about this answer. So why don't you tell us how you feel about new techniques tonight?
Well, as we talked when you were here, I don't think we really have any new techniques, but it's mostly being really consistent with some old and newer techniques. We send out to hundreds of people on our sphere of influence every month a newsletter in the mail. It doesn't have to do with real estate, although it gives them an option to ask us questions, but it just has cute stories and just touch points for them. And it's funny, when we run into them around town, they always bring it up. Sometimes they'll take a picture of it when they get it out of the mail and put it on Facebook and tag us, and they'll always telling us how they like to read it. So that's a consistent monthly touch point that we have. And we also are consistent about marketing on Facebook and like a monthly drip email campaign. So we have found just being consistent with those things have gotten us a lot of referral business. It keeps our face and our name in front of everyone who knows us and all of our past clients. So when they hear that someone needs to buy or sell a home, our name pops up in their mind. So that's our best practice right now.
I was very impressed by that answer. I think all producers would tell you that being consistent effectively becomes a new technique because so few people do it faithfully, and that's what you need to do to be a success. How about what's changing for you guys? What's changing in your world?
Well, our business is definitely changing. We did, over half, we increased our business by a little over 100% in 2015. So it is just Brenda and I. We have a great TC, But we realized that, okay, with this growth, we're going to have to make some changes because we were working, you know, too hard and too long each day. So we hired our first assistant in December, and she is a very detailed person. She has tremendous focus. She's taken on our marketing and everything that we do online and in social media, but also, as Brenda mentioned, we have the snail mail, the newsletter. She does that. She's just recently gotten her license, so she's going to work with us on some of our listings. She's going to handle some of our buyers. So we're very excited to have an addition to our team that can complement us and make us better at what we do.
Team building is very important to Allison James, and we're happy that you're taking us up on that opportunity to do that. Any final words of wisdom for our listeners?
You know, I would just encourage, you know, I know that out there right now there are probably listeners that have 25 years of experience, but there are probably some newer agents out there who have been with Allison James or in the business for under a year, or maybe like us, just for maybe 5 or 6 years. And it's so important to be relational in this business, to be kind, and to represent the industry well. We live in a community of a few 100,000 people, so that's small. And if you are rude, or if you're short with an agent because they've done something that you didn't agree with, you know, you may need that agent's assistance in a year when they have a listing that your buyer wants. So it's important to be professional, and I would also really remind everybody, because I need to remind myself, is to be mindful of your business. I mean, obviously we're all realtors and we have our clients and we have the transactions and the escrow and the lenders and all of the details that go into a real estate transaction. But I'm talking about your real estate business, because that represents you and that benefits your family. And so what are you doing to build a good foundation for the future so that you can stay in business, not just for 5 years, or, you know, if the next recession or downturn hits, are you going to have to, you know, hang it up and go into doing something else? So make sure you build a good foundation for your business. You know, I love having experienced agents that I can go to and ask questions of, and always try to be, I know it sounds cliche, but always try to be a lifelong learner.
Yes, I agree with you there. When I was a young realtor and just starting out, I asked the broker at the time what I had been exposed to about 50 different types of marketing, and I said, how do I choose? And he said, you'll pick up some, you'll throw away some, but eventually pick 3 and then do them faithfully. So that's mostly what I advise new agents these days, is to do just like you guys did. Pick 3, 4, and really stick with them. And so I think that's all great advice. So we're so happy to have you guys on the team, and thank you for joining us today. Does anybody have any questions for the Brissons?
Actually, this is Tom. I do have a question for Mike or Brenda. Your business seemed to grow quite fast. My question is, as you became busier and busier being a new agent, going to more experience, what type of systems did you gravitate to keep your business going and growing?
You know, being part of Elite, Allison James Elite, they offer a CRM. We haven't gotten as fine-tuned with that yet, but as the business grew, we discovered that we really need to become better organized. Obviously, the phone is, we're getting text messages and voicemails and phone calls, you know, and setting some boundaries. You know, I don't answer a call or answer a text message before 8 a.m., and I don't take a call or answer a text message after 9 p.m. So setting some boundaries like that. You know, we're starting late, preparing for retirement and those sorts of things. So we're maybe a little more motivated. I know agents that set a day off and they take that day religiously. We haven't gotten to that point yet. We may take 4 hours off on a certain day that we have, that we can just go to dinner or go do something together. But you're right, having those systems in place, like a customer management system, is important. Obviously, we have the mailings and all the stuff that we do regularly that Brenda talked about, and that's important to have certain things that you do as far as marketing. We post things on social media on certain days of the week. So doing those things, setting a schedule for yourself is important. Brenda, do you have anything else?
I just wanted to add that, you know, it's funny because what Mike had mentioned, how we got into real estate and what our background was, and I really believe our success in real estate has been because of all those years working in full-time ministry and on a staff at a church. We just built a ton of relationships, and that is how I attribute that to our business success, just because we know a lot of people and a lot of people knew and trusted us. And we're just now, you know, with hiring our very organized assistant, getting a lot of our systems fine-tuned because that's her strength. Mike and I, we kind of fly by the seat of our pants a lot. So she kind of grounds us, and so that's been part of our success as well in getting more organized, is adding that assistant who has those skills.
Well, I think you guys are proof that 80% is showing up and then be consistent, and you can have a very serious, successful career, especially at Allison James. Do I have any other questions?
We do have one question here. Whose newsletter do you use? Is it your own, or do you subscribe to a service?
We subscribe to a service and they prepare it, and then we personalize it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, if we are done with the questions, I'd like to thank you again, Mike and Brenda, for joining us today, and again, how very impressed we are with you. And I think that will wrap it up for today. Have a successful day and a successful week, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mary Jane.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.